Welcome to Grace Today, a daily blog designed to encourage you and equip you with the Word of God. Let's begin. On today's episode, we're looking at the Epistle to Philemon. Now, this book, this very short book, is really written as a companion letter to the book of Colossians. And in some ways, it's a very particular practical application of Colossians. Now, you'll remember when we looked at Colossians, the focus is on the supremacy of Christ. And then the second half of the book talks about living in that newness of life. Well, what more could demonstrate a living in the newness of life than extending forgiveness and seeing the restoration of fellowship to one another? Well, that's why Paul writes to Philemon, along with his letter to Colossians, to instruct Philemon practically on forgiveness and the restoration of fellowship between believers. That is what I would say is the purpose of this book. Now, I'd break this book down into three parts. First, you have the character of the forgiving Christian in verses 1 through 7. Here you have Paul extolling the character of Philemon, and really that shows us why he can write confidently to Philemon, knowing that Philemon will forgive Onesimus. Then in verses 8 through 18, you have the conduct of a forgiving Christian. And this really is a full-orbed picture of forgiveness, restoration, reconciliation. It's just all the things that he's asking Philemon to do for Onesimus gives us a full-orbed picture of forgiveness. And then you have the convictions, or you might say the motivations of a forgiving Christian in the last part of the book, verses 19 through 25, where Paul kind of spurs Philemon on by reminding him of certain things. It really is just a tremendous book for forgiveness and for how it looks for Christians to really forgive one another and to reconcile with one another and to have restored fellowship. Now, as far as key texts, I would really point you to verse 18 because in some ways it is a picture of redemption. There's no clear gospel text. There's no clear Christ did this for us text in this book. But when Paul says for Philemon to charge anything else that Onesimus owes him to his account, that really is a picture, as best as any human picture can be, of what Christ did for us, taking on his account our sin so that we might be restored to God. It really is a beautiful picture of redemption. And so I would say that's really the key text of the book of Philemon. Well, friends, that's the end of what are obviously the Pauline epistles. Now, we might quibble with that a little bit. We'll talk about that some tomorrow as we look at Hebrews. But I'm hoping that you're continuing to enjoy this study, that you're using this time of shorter books to really press forward in your reading, and that this study is richly blessing you. I love you, Grace Community. I'm praying for you. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in to the Grace Today vlog. For more information on Grace Community Baptist Church in Elgin, Texas, or how you can support this ministry, check out the links in the description below. See you tomorrow.